Hi Gastro Pals, it's Tiny Small Fry here again. Hope you're having a great August and you're all keeping safe and well. Today I'm going to look at making some chicken enchiladas. Now, quite often I used to go out and buy the kits in the shop, but today I'm going to be making the sauce from scratch because I've been told by somebody that this particular recipe we're going to do today is far better and much cheaper than buying the kits from the shop. So let's go into the kitchen and give it a go. So we start with 3 tablespoons of plain flour, to which we add a tablespoon of mild chili powder and a teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a quarter of a teaspoon of oregano, a pinch of salt and a pinch of cinnamon. And we combine all of those ingredients together in our bowl. Now we're going to heat through 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and we'll do that until it's hot enough that a little bit of flour dropped into it makes it sizzle. Now we need to gather all our ingredients around, half a pint of stock and our Carton of Passata, because this is going to go together really fast in a moment. So now we're going to sprinkle a bit of our flour and spice mix in. There it is, it's sizzling, so that's ready now for the next step. So now we put the spice and flour mix into the oil, and we're going to stir it round until it becomes like a nice thick paste, almost like a roux, if you've ever made one of those before. So now, there we are, we're going to add in the passata to thin down the sauce and to give it its rich tomato flavour. A whole carton of tomato passata is going to be used here. So now we've skipped on a step, we've added in the entire carton of passata, and you can see it's quite a thick sauce now. And we now need to thin that out with a bit of chicken or vegetable stock. So we've skipped ahead a stage now as well, where we've actually added it in, and it looks like quite a smooth consistency now, where we've added in the stock. So we're ready to set this to one side and prepare the rest of the filling for our enchiladas. We're going to use a couple of bell peppers, but you could add in any veg that you like, and then literally just chop it down into bite-sized strips. You could do this with just vegetables, but we're using chicken as well. So we're just going to heat up a bit of corn oil in the bottom of a wok, ready to start cooking the chicken and veg. As I'm sure you can appreciate, it's not an easy task trying to stir fry chicken and make sure it's cooked through one-handed, but for you, I give it a go. It takes a bit of time, this, and we do need to make sure that the chicken is cooked through properly. And here I've added a lot more chicken in, and you can see it's still pink. You can pop this in the oven if you want to. But here we can see I've added peppers in now because the chicken's nearly cooked. And you could add it into the oven at this point and your peppers get a nice sort of dark tone. But we're not going to because it's fully cooked now. And we're going to add in our enchilada sauce. So here we go. And we just spoon that in and mix it around and just keep spooning it in until you feel it's got enough enchilada sauce. But don't forget to leave plenty for coating the top of the enchiladas before we put them in the oven to bake. And now we're ready to roll, quite literally. So we take one tortilla and lay it on a plate, and we'll put a little bit of the chicken mixture on, taking care not to overfill it. And then all we do is roll it up. And then place that in the oven-proof dish along with the others. And out of this particular recipe we should get a few, so now we're just going to coat these ones with our remaining enchilada sauce. I've got a good amount because we're going to have 2 oven-proof trays going in. This is the smaller of the 2. You can see here we're going to give it a good coating so that it doesn't get too dry in the oven. And now we've given it a good sprinkling of, I've used cheddar in this instance. I'll put a little bit more on because we do like a nice crispy cheese topping on our enchiladas. So this is the full batch, the small tray and the larger tray. All in all, we've got 9 individual enchiladas, so that's quite a feast. And these are going to go in the oven. We've got a fan oven at 190 for about 20 minutes, and I can't wait. I really am hungry. Into the oven they go. I just looked inside the oven and I got a backdraft of the most amazing enchilada smell ever. So I think, to be honest with you, as far as kits are concerned, that's me done. I shall be doing it this way every time. There they are. Can't wait to tuck into these bad boys. I really have to share it with the rest of the family. Here they are, enchiladas made with homemade enchilada sauce. Absolutely gorgeous. Bon appetit.